Hey everyone, so as always I'm kicking things off by priming the eye area. Any primer that you have will do. This one that I'm using is clear, so I've added some foundation across my lid first because I do have discoloration and I want a nice blank canvas to start off on. So if you have the same issue as I do, then use a primer with a tint to it, or do what I do. The Essence Eye Heart Stage eyeshadow base is a really good option and it's very affordable. You all seem to be loving the tutorials using the Soph X Revolution palette, so that's what I'm doing today. It's got an extensive shade range for the price in my opinion, it's really nice. The first shadow I'm taking is called Iced Coffee and I'm using this as my transition shade. So it's a little bit darker than my skin tone, it's not really going to be seen in the finished look, but it will allow those darker colours that I apply in a moment to blend that little bit more easily. So once I've added 2 to 3 layers of that shadow into the crease and I'm happy with the blend, I'm moving on to the lower lash line with some more of that shadow, using a smaller, more precise brush to get right in under the lashes, and I'm blending from outer to inner corner. Next then, I'm taking this deep brown and I'm beginning by patting it down on the outer third of the eye, then I'm sweeping that shadow across into the crease. Now I'm using quite light, soft sweeping motions to apply this shadow. The less pressure that you apply to the brush, the softer the fade will be. If you go in very heavy handed, you're not going to get as nice of a blend to your shadow. And like always with that eyeshadow, I'm going in a couple of times to build up the intensity. Then I'm going back to my small bullet shaped brush and I'm sweeping some of that brown eyeshadow down along the lower lash line. Next then, I'm picking up some of that light shimmery shade and I'm using a small dense brush to apply this shadow around the tear duct to add a nice brightening effect to that area. To clean up the inner half of the lid, I'm using a full coverage concealer. This one is from Catrice, it's the liquid camouflage concealer, really nice and affordable. This step is only really necessary because I got a bit of the brown on the lid, but if you were a bit neater than me, you wouldn't need to do it. The only thing that I find is when you do use a concealer on the lid, it acts like an extra base, and whatever I put on top of it just seems to pop a bit more than if I hadn't used it. And now I'm using the shade Petrol. It's a gorgeous shade. I picked up some of the shadow on my brush, sprayed it with water, and now I'm applying it over the top of that concealer. I just have some water handy in a spray bottle. If you had a setting spray or something of that kind, you could use that either. I just find it really helps those shimmer particles to stand out. Next then, I'm taking this black eyeshadow and I'm adding some depth and definition to the eye. So the rule of thumb I usually go with is the darker the colour, the smaller the brush that I use. You don't really want that black everywhere. We don't want to cover up all the work that we've done up until this point. So I'm using a pencil brush because I can be quite precise with it. So I'm only applying the shadow in the areas that I want, and in this case that's the outer third of the eye, across the lash line to help conceal the band of the lashes I'll be applying, and in the very deepest part of the crease. Now I'm patting that black around a third of the way across the lash line with my angled brush, and then I'm smoking it out with a pencil brush. So to line my waterline then, I'm using one of my favourite eyeliner pencils. This is the Note Intense Look Eye Pencil, and I'm rocking that back and forward in the waterline. Then I'm going to set it in place with some of the black eyeshadow from the palette. I've applied some of the SoSu lashes called Desire from the 7 Deadly Sins collection, and I'm using the Note Volume Act Mascara to blend my own lashes in with the false ones, and then that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, let me know, and I'll catch you all soon.